Okay, guys. Good morning. First of all, I don't know which time you're going to see this video. Probably, based on the fact that we don't have enough time after Sundays to stay and um, to learn graphic design to continue. We have already started with the Photoshop, the essential course. I'm going I'm going to do in this video a little bit of recap of what we learned so far in Photoshop, and I hope you are going to enjoy it. And after that, we will go. I will take my hands, open Photoshop, and We'll try to go at least in a different elements of Photoshop and try to explain what it is, what is the functionality, and hope it will all be all right. So, thank you for watching this. Let's go. Photoshop one-on-one. Okay, guys. So, without further ado, without waiting, we are going to open our Photoshop and to start. You remember last time I told you when you are opening Photoshop, basically this is basically what you see on your Photoshop when you open it, but yours will be a little bit different if you don't have projects that you have already installed there. It will be completely, the interface will be completely different. Mine also is different. Here you can see that they present you with the menu bar. We are going to talk about it directly, the different bar. So you go to, first of all, to the new file. When you put new file, they are going to give you the different measurements of the canvas where you are going to make your art. Now your art like Photoshop art, not art. And guys, really I miss seeing you face to face and trying to explain this will be definitely difficult for me, but I know. Let's go, let's do it. Okay, so you will have something like this. They give you these are the recent canvas that I worked on, and they give me different dimension. Here you have the saved one. If I had some saved canvas, I would have seen it displayed here. You have the photos. The photo gives you the dimensions of the canvas when you are going to use or to edit photos. So you have the photo canvas, you have the print. When you come here at the print, you will notice that it will give you the dimension of a different if you want to print it out. And we are going to go at this place. I will explain you a little bit deeper here, and you will see here you have the dimension that is displayed. Here it is in inch, but you can change it. You have in pixel, you have in inch, you have in centimeter, you have in millimeter, you have in even in point. If I make pixel, you see the dimension are changing depending on the unit of measurement. Millimeters are there, centimeters are there, so we have it until the point and other things. So there you have it. You have even in pica. These are the dimensions. And when we come here, this is the color mode. You can choose from it. You can choose the bitmap color mode. The bitmap color mode. You can choose even a grayscale color mode. You can choose our regular RGB one RGB is specially used when you are using your you are using your your what your design into the screen. R stand for red, G stand for green, B stand for blue. These are the three main colors which, when you combine it together, it create that it create the colors that we see popping on the screen. But when you want to use your heart for, you want to print it out, it's better to go into CMYK mode. CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and basically K basically black. No, yeah, K is basically black. Is a way of translating colors in a way that it can be well displayed on paper. Because if you choose RGB and you print it with a RGB mode, you will see that your design will be a little bit darker. Your design will be completely a little bit darker when you print it out. Why? Because RGB are used and translated only when you are using screens. So let me give you RGB definition. Okay. In French, we call it RVB. Est un système de codage informatique et optique qui reproduit les couleurs à partir des trois couleurs primaires. I talked about it. We have the red, we have the green, we have the blue. Basically, guys, my goal is not just to teach you how to use tools. My goal is to help you learn to understand, first of all, graphic design, because tools are tools. When you understand the basics of graphic design, you can use any tool and you will get very, very good result. These guys, in English, please. I don't know. Very sorry, huh? My AI. Okay, this is it. RGB stands for red, green, and blue. It is a color model used in electronic displays like TVs, smartphones, and computers monitors to produce a broad arrays of color mixing light by, yeah. You see, addictive color model, maximum intensity, values, colors. You see there is one image here that illustrates it properly. So what RGB basically will do, the red, the green, and the blue, from the combination of those colors you obtain different other colors. When you put green with red together, you have the yellow. When you put blue with red together, you have a violet, or when you have a blue with green, you have a green that has a tendency to go with green. There is names for those colors, but here we are not here to learn colors. So see the difference now. This is the difference. This is the RGB. This is the RGB, and this is the CMYK. So CMYK is in order to have a better displays on the paper. You see, they use yellow, they use magenta. By the way, this was magenta. They use blue, a kind of blue. When you combine it together, you have a dark blue. You have this. So let me just put CMYK here so that we know it. See if my yellow. I told you it was black, no? Key black. So you need to understand it's a key black. So you have a cyan, which is a vibrant greenish blue. You have magenta, which is a purplish red color. You have yellow and bright yellow. You have a key black, the key color plate in traditional printing, which provide depth and contrast. We will learn it later. Later on, we'll learn it. Unlike in screens which emit light to display color, a system known as RGB, this is the CMYK, is a subtracting of colors model. Why? Why are they subtracting? It is in order to those colors to be well displayed on the surface like papers. See, this means inks are applied to a white surface like paper to absorb or subtract a specific wavelength of light, leaving only a color. So basically what you need to understand is that it's only to subscribe to or to absorb light in order that the thing that you are printing to be well displayed on your paper. So without further ado, let's continue. We don't have enough time. Well, here we can explore. So we have a CMYK. So we are going to do basically first of all exercise on RGB colors. And what we are going to do, we are going to go here. You have okay, let's continue. Here you have art and illustrations. This is basically when you want to draw or you see that it gives you some grids, some everything. When you basically want to draw something on your Photoshop, you can use it. You can use this. Web, it's for the dimension. When you want to, first of all, like to design something for the web, you see even the resolution here decreased, because they know that you are going to use it for the webs, because for the webs we need a little bit of resolutions. This is the mobile. Once you want to use your design on mobiles and other things, this is the film. It's more about creating subtitles and everything that will be displayed on the screen. So you have different dimension here that is displayed. This, I guess, it will be easy for our people from media, guys. For you, you see, you have even a 4K there. So without further ado, I'm going to use recently I use 2953 by 2953 is basically what we use in order to create something that we are going to put on social media. I know that the resolution we normally use big resolution because our media guys used to complain too much. The resolution isn't good, but normally if you want to use it for social media, I advise to go somewhere like that, from 150 or a 772 resolution. That will fit very well in Photoshop. But here we use 300 because if I send it to Nana, she will say that the resolution is not good. So yeah, okay, good. Let's create something. Let's really create something, guys. I'm really trying. So here, the preset detail. Here is the name of the file. Let me see. Exercise. Oh my god, size. Really. Okay. X. Okay. If you go here, you will choose not only the precept, you choose even where to save to save it as a preset. You can save it as a preset. When you save it as a preset, you remember it will automatically come at the saved as a preset. And now we have a white background. We have 8 bits image. You have the profile colors that we can use. I could have used Apple RGB. I can use color match RGB. So these are the what we call the color profile. So, and once we finish, we finish, we are satisfied with this, we hit on create. Bingo. The first thing you see, it create for you a canvas where you will see this thing. My goodness. So this thing, so this thing is what we call canvas. This is what we call canvas. So all our design will be designed at this space. At this space, the design will be designed, and everything that we need to do can be also displayed here. So you have the above from here to this place. Bam, 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 bam. This is what we call the menu bar. The menu bar is here. The menu bar. The menu bar. The menu bar. Let me see. Let me bring you somewhere. The menu bar. So this is what we call the menu bar. They are here. Let me put it in. Okay. Our menu bar is here. Basically, what does the menu bar does? Okay. What does the menu bar does? The menu bars is where we have at least 11 menus with many options under it. It is where all the options are. Let me see. Okay, let us go first of all back to this Photoshop. Photoshop coming. Here I am. Okay. At the menu bar you have different options. First of all, we have the file option. When you open the file option, here it helps you. It has to do with everything that is managing your file. Everything about your file. From here you can create a new file. You can open and find another file somewhere. You can easily even browse here in Bridge. We talked about Bridge last time. What it does, it's basically a software. A Bridge can be like what? It's like a media encoder. That's why I need to explain at least also a media encoder. But the simple way to explain Bridge, its name, it's a bridge. It's bridge what? It gives you the ability to navigate different files within your computers and to bring it here at Photoshop to basically connect your different software. Bridge works with Illustrator, works with Photoshop, it works with different in order to find your file. For instance, if I work a design here and I store it somewhere, I want to work it as well in Adobe Illustrator, I can easily access it. So basically the bridge is the bridge. Okay. Adobe Bridge. Let me just give you, because I don't want you to remain this way. Adobe Bridge. Okay. In English, please, my friend. Okay. So Adobe Bridge is this free creative asset management software that functions as a sophisticated file browser. It's like a sophisticated file browser. You can find your file where you store it. You can even it allows you to preview, organize, batch, rename. Very important here. Let me let me tell you. It's use it allows to preview your file. It allows to organize your file. Oh, let me see. Go away, man. It's to organize your file, to rename your file, to edit the metadata of your digital file. Basically, let's say for instance you are doing your photo editing. You know that in order people to not steal your photos, you introduce some information. Normally like the name of your photos, or the place that you took that photo, your personal signature. All this information is what we call metadata. It's basically the information that constitutes your file. So that was for geeks, for the geeks who like to know. I know we have a lot of geeks here. Basically, like Northam is a geek, Jordan is a geek. Yeah, and Mama Daisy, you are a geek too. All right, okay. So we have the menu bar. In the menu bar, we talked about the file. Okay, we can go again. Yeah, file. So you have bridge here. Here you can choose to open as a smart object or open recently. Open recent basically gives you a ton of things that I've been working on. For instance, if I shut down this project and I save it, if I go to open recent, I will see what I've done recently. So these are all things I've done recently, my friend. Okay, so close. Very easy to close to basically close your file. Close your file. Simple. Let's go back again. Create. Okay. Oh yeah, we have file, and close is basically close all. If I put close all, it will close all. Close and go to bridge. If I close here, it will bring me to bridge. Here, save as. If you have put save as, it's basically you are saving your file. Guys, the file option manage your entire file, everything that has to do with your file information. So if I want, for instance, to here to save as, if I decide to save it as a Photoshop project, then a PSD. If I save it as a Photoshop and send it to you, you will be able to open it in your Photoshop. If you have a Photoshop that is near cost to my Photoshop, like 2023, 2024, you can open it and see the editing. So it's very important to save your project as PSD, because it will allow you to come later to make some changes or to send it to someone when you guys are working in project, and you can have access then work. Save it as a large document format, as it say. Save it as a BMP. Save it as a Photoshop EPS. A Photoshop EPS is also another way of storing data. I don't want you to be. Will you learn everything? You guys. EPS. Photoshop EPS. I'm going to detail because you are learning what is important for you too. This terminology, you're going to see it at least everywhere. So at least somewhere, at least everywhere, my friend. An EPS is encapsulated postscript file. What it does basically is what? It's encapsulated. It has information. It's like PSD, because you You can can we modify it? Of course we can modify EPS. So it is a versatile graphics format used primarily for high resolution printing. So basically its basic form it's for high resolution printing, while traditional vector based format saving an EPS from Adobe Photoshop will embed a raster pixel data. So the EPS of Adobe Photoshop is not the same with the EPS from Illustrator. EPS from Illustrator, it will give you a vector based EPS. And what am I teaching you about this? So basically, if you see something strange here, gift, if it's a graphic interface for format way of which you can have an image that move as well. I have that is for another lesson. JPEG, the normal way we store our photos. It's an image format. So JPEG for JPEG and PNG, I have to explain JPEG and PNG because you will see it most of the time. Most of the time you see JPEG. And so let me just give you JPEG. So JPEG, God, I have to basically beg my AI to give me an arc in English, man. AI speak English. Stand for Joint Photography Expert Group. It refers to both the committee that created this standard. It's a standard it is a standard for photography, basically. A standard for photography. Hey, God. Let me off my cameras. Can I off my camera? No. Let's go. I feel itchy on my ear. Okay. Let's go. Let's continue, man. Let's continue. A standard computer file format used to compress and store digital images. Okay. PNG. What about PNG? PNG is here. The definition of PNG in English stands for Portable Network Graphic. It is widely used digital image format designed to improve upon and replace the older GIFs. You see, basically PNG is the replacement for GIF. You remember GIF, no? Graphics interchange format. I said interface interchange format. So this part is the boring one. Okay, so basically you have all the format. You will not learn everything. You have all the formats, even the Photoshop PDF if you want to install it like one. So basically this is it. This is what the file does. And here the export has to do with everything that you have done here. The export, now it will give you different options. If you want to export it as a PNG, if you want to export it as so many things, here it will open a dialog box, or the dimension and everything you want. You can decide to export it as a PNG, as a PNG. Export has this part. Export has, we use it if you want. It's basically for, I use it very well when I'm editing photos, and it's for publishing photos. Remember, with my copyright, remember these metadata that we talked about. I told you that it was in the information that is included in your file. This is exactly where, if you want to store your photos, And to export it with the metadata and your copyright, you can put it here and export it that way. But basically, my friend, I will not use Photoshop in order to export, in order to work on my photo, to export my photos. Basically, what I use, I use Photoshop. I use what Adobe. Yes, it's a Photoshop as well. I use Adobe Lightroom. When Lightroom gives you a little bit of broader things, because with Lightroom there is your photos are your interface of Lightroom is basically like a library, so you can work on different many photos at the same time. So I usually bring my photos here in Photoshop if only I want to do some skin retouching and everything. So basically it's that. So here, if you export, it will bring you here. You can export as a PNG, and you will see that here it is stuck because everything that I put here, if I put JPEG, is what will come out here as well. I cannot store it as another thing. Yeah. So that's it. So this is basically what export as does. It's specifically for photography. Export preferences. This is why you can see your preferences. Another thing, your preferences. Guys, give me 1 minute. I am at home. Let's turn the camera a little bit. All right, sorry, I had to stop something. All right, it's basically we have done 31 minutes. No, I see. Okay, 31 minutes. I hope that you learn a lot of stuff. So so basically this is the file you found the export as. You can go, guys, do some research as well. Do some research, and I will not be able really to cover everything here, but I'm giving you what is important for you to know. So here basically save for web legacy. That is for us, my friend. This is for us basically, because we are dealing with webs files every time, photo, Facebook, Instagram and everything. You will do it here. This is the save as app. You can see here, you can choose JPEG, GIF, PNG. You can see web, MP. Here you can regulate the quality at which you want your photos to be displayed on. You can go to maximum JPEG, very high, medium, even low JPEG, just to give you a broader thing. So this is it. If you want to store it, you go and save. You hit space save without no problem. So okay, this is where file has everything to do with your file. We have automate scripts. Yeah, I have not have enough time to cover the scripts and automate and everything. Import as well, file info, all the information about your file. You can print and everything. So file, you have also edit also have all the information that has to do with your editing, what you are doing here, my friend. Let's say for instance we import Yes. We are in file. If we want to import something on our canvas, there is this thing, search in Adobe Stock. If I go here, it will open the Adobe Stock where there is images and everything I can use. Placed as embedded is when I want to include something in my canvas, on my canvas as well. Place as embedded. For instance, I want to place this. Let's work in one photography. It will be better to go very fast. Better. Okay, let's say for instance we want to work on these photos. Very beautiful, very beautiful photos, guys. We have very beautiful ladies at the church. You guys are remaining single. This thing of singleness, Lord help us. You see, we have very beautiful ladies at the church, and very beautiful and some people at the church, but you guys are remaining only single. So this is what that's for the joke. This is what happened with embedded. If you want embedded, basically place as embedded, you can place as a link, is bringing you somewhere, bringing you to your computer. You can choose, you can embed a graphic, you can embed a picture, you can embed something, you can embed even a, it's helped to bring that element, that element within the canvas. What we call canvas is the part, is this part, this editable part that you have defined where your file is going to be. So all right, so you see, and as I was saying, this editing part has everything to do with what your photo, your canvas, the object that is in a canvas has to do. For instance, I can give you an example. At edit, I can give you an example to transform this photography. Let's say I don't like the way the photo is displayed. I want somebody at the other side. I can flip it horizontally. We flip it. It's changed completely the sense of the photography. You see, we can flip the photography. We can also, let's bring it back first of all, how here it was. And we can also wrap the photography, try to use point, like turn it, do it this way, distort a little bit the sense of the photography. So we can do it almost like many things. You see, this is as, so they did transform the objects that are within your software. It's help you manipulate the object on your software. So the other thing is what? After that we have the image. We are in the menu bar. Menu bar is very important to understand. It can cover a lot of things. After this we have image. Like we have an image on our canvas. In image, it helps you to edit everything, to transform your edit. Remember last time we talked about destructive manners of doing and undestructive manner of doing something. We talked about it. Yes, of course we talked about it. So when you are doing the editing here, you can go back when it is one or two editing, but when you have done a lot of changes, you can no longer go back to the main picture. This is what we call it, why we call it destructive. Let me show you something. Adjustment layer. We can say okay server, let's play a little bit with the brightness of the photos. I can say the brightness of the photos, the contrast. You see, I can even adjust more. I can even adjust the exposure of the photos. I can expose more. I can decrease the exposure. I can offset the exposure to introduce a little bit matte in that. I can gamma correct the exposure of the photos. So the change that I'm making here, if I continue to edit the photo, it will be difficult to go back to the change. That's why we call it a destructive way of editing something. So let's say for instance we want to correct the color balance. We want to bring a little bit of blue, pop a little bit of blue. This is not normally what I'm going to do. I'm just trying to explain you, because this is a destructive way of doing something. That means if I do it here, so you see that the change that I made, it's in my mid-tones. We have the shadows. You can change in the shadows, you can change in the mid-tones, you can change even in your highlights. Let's play a little bit with the shadows. You see, this is if I put it to the shadows, it's changing only the shadows. The rest of the image is remaining as it is. So you see, I brought a little bit of kind of if I remove preview, you see how the photos was. You bring a little bit of this, and to become a little bit darker. And the highlight as well, I can touch also the highlight. If I touch the highlight, it will come blue, it will come red, yellow, reddish. I can play also with the I can play also with the highlight if I do. You see? So this is it. So in image, there is everything that concerns your image. In which mode are you using your image? RGB, CMYK, and everything. You know what? That with CMYK, the editing is a little bit limited, because CMYK, as we said, helps you to display the image on the paper. So you will not have enough options to twist. First of all, you see we are in RGB. Let me show you something. If I go to the filter, there is a possibility to go in your raw filter. We'll talk about the raw filter lately. But if I am doing CMYK, you see it will ask you first of all to flatten the image. And once it's flattened the image, you will no longer get camera raw. Why? Because it emulates a paper. There is now no many options to edit in a paper. So let me go back to my mode. Let me go back to my mode. Okay, all right, we are here. So here you can define even the image size. You see, you can define the image size, and you can do a rotation with your image 180 degrees. It is basically this. It is basically the edit option, but for the image that you put in your you can duplicate your image, you can do calculation, you can do variables. Oh guys, you can do almost everything. You can define even your canvas size. Remember, canvas is this one. You can define canvas size. Oh, okay, all right. You can adjust your photo. Let's say, for instance, I want to use selective colors. Let's say we have red here. let me move a little bit through the red. I selected red, and everything that I will do here, it will happen in the picture. Everywhere there is red, you will really have some changes. I can decide my red to become more reddish. I can decide my black to become about more, the red to become a little bit darker. It's define all the pictures, and every change that I'm doing here, once you do it, you cannot go anymore. It's a destructive way. Go to absolute relative. So this is exactly the destructive way of doing something. But the undestructive way of editing something, we talked about it, is to create. It's what we call creating layers. You see here I've changed. These are the different workstation that you might work on. The different workstation that you might work on. Essential gives you different tools that are essential, basic. Graphic web, if you want to introduce some graphics like text, I can show you text. If you want to introduce some text here, so these are what we call work. These are where we have our workstations. So graphic, when we want to create graphic. Motion, when we want to create motions. Videos, they give you the timeline and everything. So this is basically our workstation. It's our workstation, our workstation. Same thing, my friend. Painting, painting, it give you when you are drawing. You have different stuff. You see, even they give you even some brushes. Photography is when we are working on photo. So basically all of that when I'm working on photos. Let me go a little bit. Okay, so basically we were talking about non-destructive way. So guys, let's finish first of all to introduce the difference panel, and we'll discuss about it. Layers, also same thing, all the information concerning your layers. What we call layers is this one. Photoshop gives you an ability to work on layers. Why? In order to help you, in case you made a mistake on one layer, you can correct. So it used not to be this way. It was complicated while people were not working without layers. Now they put layers. I can work in this. I can duplicate this layer. I can make all the changes possible, like we say about the image. Listen, color, balance. I can go whack and completely even change the tone of the photos. So the beauty of it working with layers, what? Let's create a smart feed. So you see, the beauty thing of working with layer, all the things that are made here, it's not affecting the layer that is down here. So if I close this one, you will see that the photo remain intact, not destroyed. So layers, so this layer part has the information concerning your layer. You can name your layer, you can quick export your layer side is everything that you can create the mask, size your layer, every information and every move that you can do in your layers are in the layer options. Type option, you have the character panel, you have everything. If for instance I create a type here, a text here, you will see that let's go to the type. You see completely. If I want to wrap it arc, you see I can correct, I can move all the types in the type layer, in the type options. So the type option take care of the type option, the select option as well, everything to do with selection, everything. I can isolate the layers, you see. Eesh. My god. All right, so select as everything also to do with the selection and other thing. We can have a so the most important option as well is this option as well. Here you have the filters. The filters are a different way. What can I call the filters? The filters, as it is called, it's filters. When you want to change the appearance of your picture, guys, I've been talking for almost like 1 minute. When you want to create a pictures of your guys, we are going to stop here. Yeah, we are going to stop here. I'm going to create another video in order to, so that we not make this file very big. Okay, so next time we are going to continue with filter. We are at the file option. Keep it in mind. Thank you.